It's not your fault. Your next response is where your freedom begins. There was a time not too long ago when I thought I was broken, and I had a coach tell me. He said, "You're not broken," and I was open-minded enough at the time, to consider that just might be true, and I think, for me, it was I had been looking outside of myself for answers that I wasn't finding, and it wasn't until, I think searching, books, and traveling to places like Canada and California and Texas, to figure out answers that I kind of came to the realization that the answers that I was seeking were on the inside. And so it was kind of like, my body was attempting to communicate with me for 50 years, and and I just didn't know how to listen, and it was when I started to listen, and it was when I started to listen and to kind of just realize that it wasn't my fault, the things that I learned and the things that I believed were not necessarily say thoughts that were mine, and so I guess the insight was that it wasn't my fault, and some of the beliefs that I developed, and my survival strategies were a response. And when I became aware of them, it was when things began to shift. So it's not so much that I'm guilty, it's that today I'm free. I'm free to slow down, stop abandoning myself, and to know how safety feels inside of my own system. And that all started with a presence practice, and just learning to disconnect from the mind, and to tap into the body, and so it was through a presence practice and meditation that I've been allowed, I took back my power, and started questioning pretty much everything and deciding what was true for me. Anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to share today. Thank you.